Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introducing myself. My name is HUSNA, student's number H0118352. As a presenter during this video, today's topic is the importance of mental health. So, why do we have to talk about the importance of mental health? Well, some of us may have related answers, such as mental health disorders will hinder many things. People with mental health disorders will not be able to socialize properly and can even lead to suicide. But there are still many people who will think this is not a serious thing. They will say mental health disorders are an exaggeration. People should be more grateful, don't complain too often. People are too exaggerated about their stress levels, lack of worship, and all the answers that underestimate the importance of mental health. But in fact, based on the record of the Indonesian Ministry of Health, like you can see in the slide, the number of mental health problems experienced by Indonesian people reached 20%. This means that 1 out of 5 Indonesians has a mental health problems. Can you imagine that? 1 out of every 5 Indonesians is a person with mental health problems. We live in a country where the majority of people are religious. Majority of our people have religion. A country where people still greet one another, still help each other, and still have mutual cooperation. But 1 out of every 5 Indonesians has a mental health problem. What's wrong in here? So, we can say maybe there are many people who still be negligent with their worship, don't socialize and like to be alone, but in fact, all of these things turn out to be part of a person's mental health problems. It means this thing will not happen unless one's mental health is problematic. Another point is that it's not just those who don't socialize or like to be alone have mental health problems. Those who actively socialize and have many friends are not immune from mental health problems. It's just that they tend to be silent about this condition. This shows that mental health is not something that can be underestimated. Why? Let me show you these 3 points of the importance of mental health. The first, mental health is related to physical health. The second is mental health affects social attitudes. And the worst thing is mental health disorders can cause of suicides. Okay, I will explain the 3 points that I was mentioned earlier. The first is mental health affects physical health. People who experience mental health problems tend to like staying up late, overthinking, lazy to do activities, have panic attacks, and things like that. All of these things disrupt the work of the body of people with mental health disorders, from the function of the brain, nerves, and hormones. Then it will affect lifestyle and diet. Waking up in the morning is not fresh because lack of the sleep. Digestion is not good because of poor diet. Illnesses such as headache, lethargic body will be a problem. Another example, people with good mental health have an optimistic attitude. This affects heart health, where people with mental health disorders experience the opposite. They are more susceptible to fatal disease but are sick without symptoms. The second point, mental health disorders will affect social attitudes. People with mental disorders will tend to withdraw from society because they are not good at behaving in social situations. When they face social situations forcibly, they will tend to pretend, nervous in communication, attitudes that are not liked by the environment, and look very tired when socializing makes people not interested in talking with them. While we know as humans we are social creatures, or infantility have to socialize for a balanced life. And finally, the last point is the worst thing is causing suicide case. The psychiatrist said that the reported suicide rates due to mental health could be 4 times more than reported. This was because the patient's family considered mental health problems embarrassing and were reluctant to make it the reason for the suicide of his late family. Mostly also because the family doesn't know that suicide is caused by mental health disorder. A popular saying among psychiatrists is people who commit suicide don't really want to die. What they want is peace. People who experience mental health problems at the worst level will usually experience overthinking, which makes them start hearing disturbing voices. Even when they are alone, they are also constantly overshadowed by embracing or scary things that have happened or might happen to them in the future. To survive these poison shadows, finally the decision to commit suicide was taken. So that's why mental health is so important. It's time for us not to underestimate it. Considering that it has such a big impact that is not just experienced by one person, but many people throughout this condition. So I would like to say, love ourselves, help each other love themselves, respect ourselves, and respect others. And that's all from me. Mental health disorders are not trivial, not a shame to cover up, or something to be ashamed of. What is needed is communication and positive relationship. My name is HUSNA. Thank you very much.